In this lesson, I will show you how you can release your hip joints so you can really turn better into the backswing and stabilize your hip there to create power that you can weight shift forward into the front hip for a better impact and finish position. This lesson, you need either a half foam roller or a regular foam roller, which we can give you a link below where you can get these. Or if you don't have a roller, you can get a towel and just roll it up. And you will be placing this roller behind your pelvis. So come and lie on your back. You can be on the floor on a mat or like me on a table. You will be placing this roller right under your sacrum, right behind your waistline, under the pelvis. And then in this position, you want to just get comfortable finding your neutral position, which is when your pelvis is horizontal, like you form a triangle with your hands from your pubic bone to your bony parts of the pelvis here in the front. And if this is horizontal, we call this neutral. So the first position is you bring up your right leg with your hand, stretch out your left leg long, and then as you bring your knee towards your chest, your pelvis tucks backward a little bit. So your low back comes a little bit more towards the ground. Let it soften back here. You take away a little bit tension in your low back. So what we want to do here is to release that hip flexor and the attachments from your quads so the hip can be more relaxed. The hip can open more for your rotation in your golf swing, and we take effort out of your hip joints. So you bring the knee over your chest, you hold it there a little bit, and what's important here is that you go slow. Your body is tight oftentimes, and in order to release, you need to give your body time to change. Therefore, you have to move slowly. So you bring your thigh bone closer to your chest, you let the pelvis roll back, feel how that stretches a little bit the hip and your low back, and you just hold that lightly for a moment. And after you feel like it lets go a little bit, you might feel a stretch on the other side. Then come back to the neutral position, and this time you want to keep your pelvis neutral. And the feeling for your neutral might be that it actually goes forward, like arching a little, but you don't do that, you just feel that way. So you keep your pelvis neutral or think you have it forward, and at the same time you bring your knee now to your chest. So your pelvis moves downward in a way, and the knee goes up. So you differentiate these two movements, one goes up, one goes down. And what that happens, it shortens the hip flexor in the hip joint here. So your brain will understand, through that positional shortening, the brain can let go of the muscle engagement here, and then lets go of the effort, because you do it for the brain in this position. So it's kind of an indirect hip stretch. So you just hold that, and you feel how the thigh of your bone closes the gap in your hip joint here. So instead of letting the low back go down, which stretches more on the outside of the hip, this time you shorten the inside of the hip joint. And that will take away a lot of effort inside that joint. And you can imagine you're softening and melting these muscles in here. Just hold it there, breathe, do it lightly. And this might take a little while until you feel it starts to let go. So all you have to do is wait for it, and wait how it's gradually softening, letting go. And then you might have to hold it 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Some people have to hold it longer. And then when you let go slowly. Don't do it too fast. And then try again. Bring the knee up a couple times and feel, is it easier to tilt your pelvis now also? Then let the foot go down and compare both sides. Feel how, wow, this side really opened up a lot and it's kind of long. My low back feels good. The other side feels a little tight. So now let's do the other side. Bring the knee up here and just let the pelvis go up first. So you're tilting back, knee goes up, Just hold it. Don't hold it hard. You don't want to tighten your neck or your chest. Hold it there. Let the low back sink down a little bit. After you do that for a moment, then come back to the starting point. Let your pelvis stay neutral or kind of forward bent, and then bring the knee up as you keep your pelvis there. Feel how it shortens in here. The movement is less big than the one before, so just hold it there and feel how you can release this side. So the right side, for a right-handed golfer, it's important because when the hip can really rotate and has that flexibility, you can load more into the back side, so you can then store that energy to weight shift into the front side. And the front side, for a right-handed golfer, the left, is important so you can create stability for your impact position, but also for the follow-through, and your hip cannot sway. It's right there, stable for you, so you can really transfer this energy onto the ball. So that's why we need this hip rotation, and then slowly let go again. And compare now. Does the hip feel more open? Bring your feet back up, standing. Lift up, get the roller out, and just feel how you can circle the leg now in your hip joint a little bit easier. Maybe the other side. It's a great hip release that helps you rotate better